Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channels. Now, I did say I was going to go and do something else first, but this is not the glass fair as such. When I was, how can I put this, doing my research for the glass that I saw in the glass fair, I did see some websites, 3 of them related to some of the people that were showing at the fair, and one of them is another one, and I used those for references. Didn't really use the ones that were selling. I just wanted to highlight those ones. So I thought, as they're all 4 of the sites that I'm going to show you are really good references, I think they're generally accurate. I think that's all I can say. You know, how can I put this? I think they know more than I do, so I think they're worth having a punt and having a look at. If you're looking for things, or if you're searching for something and they pop up as a reference, I would be fairly trusting. So, because me flicking through it, it all looks good to me. So that's all I can say. It looks good to me, so I feel like I would trust them. So with that said, let's get on, because this is going to be hopefully shortish. I'm just going to show you the 4 websites, show you the kind of stuff that's on them, so that you can have a play and have a dig through them yourself and maybe learn something like I have. So let's get on and have a quick look. So the first one we're going to look at is Filan Antiques. They were in part 1. So this is their website, filanantiques.co.uk, and yeah, if I go, to me the best way to look at this is go to browse by category. Now this is all old school stuff and it's fairly high end, but if you find something and you're thinking, oh, I think I found something really good, this might be a good place to that's older, good place to come and have a look. And just to compare, you know, if you don't have some of the expensive books, you know, the Ellen Bickerton that I was using to show some of the glasses in this series from the glass fair, you know, that's quite an expensive book. And even the decanter, even though it's like, I think it's still about £60 or something, still it's £60 if you're not normally used to dealing with some of the older stuff. But anyway, let me show you. Let's go. I'll stick to my favourite bit, decanters. We'll have a look at that, and you can see it's all older stuff. It's got there's so let's go to single decanters as opposed to sets and things, just so you can have a look. And yeah, so some of these, like, I actually have one like this, and I paid £3 for it. Now this one is a Magnum, so it's 4,800, but it's just a plain bottle, and that is the kind of thing that you can find. And so is this, just a plain bottle. It's just a funny shape, but with this, if you go into it, you can have a really, look how well photographed it is. You can have a good look at how the glass is, the mark and the wear and tear on this bottle. Yeah, that's how well photographed it is. Look at all this, you can see exactly. Yeah, this is an old piece of glass, and they're showing you from lots of different angles. It's great. And yeah, the year they've got is 1720. So this is a 300-year-old piece of glass, and you can actually see what a 300-year-old piece of glass looks like. Because, you know, I'm trying to do it in my videos, but this is just another way of doing it, and it is really well photographed. So if you think you have something that's very old, you can have a little comparison. And yeah, and some of the things are, you know, the kind of things that you can find like this. They've got all their prices at top end, because this is a top end dealer really. But yeah, like one of these, it doesn't look like anything too much, but pedestal decanters like this, 18th century pedestal decanters like this, are very rare. I have one off eBay that I paid £15 for, because I know what this is. And obviously everybody else who was looking on eBay at that day did not, because I've seen it here. Well, I didn't see it here, I saw it in the book, The Decanter, but now you've seen one and you know what they're like. So yeah, this is why it's always good to have a look through. There's stuff that you're less likely to find, but it's always worth a while to have a rummage through what's out there, so that if you do come across it, you're going to get the big one. Yeah, and it saves it from oblivion, because as I've said before, context is everything. You know, I've actually bought an Irish decanter. This one's got rum on it, celebrating the creation of the United Kingdom as a country. Yeah, and I bought it as a Georgian decanter with an angel playing the harp, and it was an Irish decanter. You can see with this you can pop in and have a good look. This looks like a beer, but they don't know. Oh, they say it's Corco. So is it marked? So underneath this might be marked. No, they don't show underneath. So you can just have a good look at how they are, how the rings are made, how, you know, the whole thing. How the stopper is. It's a waffle stopper, this one. So yeah, just you get a feel for it. They don't show the bottom. I'm a bit surprised at that. But anyway, you get the idea of what I'm talking about. You can go in and have a really good look, and the photographs are super clear. So that's what's nice about this site. It's not everything, because it's only got the things that they've got for sale. It doesn't have an archive of their old things, not that I've found. Let me double check. I'm not being stupid. Yeah, no, they don't have an archive of the old things. It's not obvious there. But anyway, they do have a lot of stuff. So it's worth a good rummage through to have a look. Use it as a reference. And if you ever got rich or feeling particularly flush, you could find something really good in here, because some of these are super rare. You know, I would buy the Irish ones if I was really flush. But anyway, that's where we are with that one. So the next one we're looking at is The World is Made of Glass. Now, he does have some really nice old glass in here. Look, if I go in here, go into 18th century glass, and he has all of these kind of things. Now the difference is that the glass that he has is not all from the very top end. Okay, so look, he's just got like a Georgian plain, blah blah blah, £40. So you can get a late 18th century glass. He's got another one here, £35 for an hourglass. I think that's a very good price. That's a very standard price, is what I would say. Yeah. So his prices are not like, you're not going to go in here and rob him, because I think he knows what he's doing. But if you're looking for something, this is a good place to come, because he's got some of everything, and it's all at a reasonable price. Yeah, I'm now looking at this and thinking, oh, why didn't I buy that? I know this was one of the things I was looking at in part 10. Anyway, especially as he's selling on here for £55, which is cheaper than he had it on the. Yeah, but I suppose he was prepared to haggle, and I didn't think of that. But anyway, yeah, this is lovely. 18th century, mid 18th century little bottle. But yeah, not just 18th century, but we can also jump forward in time into the 19th century. Look, he's got like penny licks, and which are not as cheap as they used to be, but they are nice, late 18th century, 19th century carafe. He's got these as well. You can see he's got something of everything. It's not just the super top end, you know, a dump, which is basically a paperweight, but also they were using them as door stops in Victorian times, I think. £35. So you've got things that are within a lot of people's pockets. I wouldn't say, not everybody's pocket, because it's not, you know what I'm saying. Well, there's one for £25, a nice little Victorian Bristol green glass. So yeah, not everything in here is hundreds of pounds. Some of it is a couple of tens. I think the cheapest I've seen is like £20. And he's also got some 20th century glass. But what's nice is I think you can also, if you go to 20th century glass, he's got it all broken down. So I want to go, Norwegian glass, because I have family connections with Norway. Go in there, see what he's got. He's only got one piece. Hadland, who are the biggest supplier, but he's actually got a very nice thing from Hadland, I think. Yeah, that's quite cute. Bit of Jazz Age. Engraving there. What date has he got on it? 1955. So anyway, yeah, so you get the idea. You can browse through this, pick different things. Murano, 20th century Murano. There you go. It's only got 8 things. Okay, let's see what home guard he's got. Yeah, he's got a bit of home guard. That's all he's got though. So he's not really a 20th century dealer. He's got a lot of older stuff, but he's got other bits and pieces. He's got quite a lot of Victorian stuff. Looking at how many 78 results. And in this one he's got 118. So yeah, there you go. So this is quite a nice site, and if you're looking to buy a present for somebody, prices are okay, and you don't have deep pockets. So the next one we're looking at is hare's fur. Don't know why it's hare's fur, but it is. Anyway, so this is really a mixture of things. So it's got various ceramics and stuff, but he's got 2 sections. It's 2. Let me double check that, make sure I'm not talking out of my, So he's got 2 sections of glass, British and international glass. Go to British glass, see what he's got. You see he's got a mix of a bunch of stuff. And it's at different places. Look, it's £25, £20. These Klein Farquharson vases, they're quite difficult to get, and obviously the prices are reflecting that. So yeah, so these prices are okay. Look, he's got Brutus Bud vase in the box though, and it's still only £20. That's very decent for Wedgwood. And that's a Frank Thrower design. So you get the idea. So yeah, I think this is quite a trustworthy site. But also, if I go back a page, back, you've got some. So you've got, actually, I don't think I looked in the section. Let's see, Brutalist vase from West Germany. Let's see what else he's got in there. Oh, it's only that piece. So, and let's see what. Let's go and have a look at the Scandinavian glass. And I think there was a lot of this. So, does it say the top how many parts there? There's 117 items. And some of it are the things that you're likely to find out about there, kind of like these simpler bowls and things. And also, yeah, these kind of things. And what's nice is that he's got prices on them. I think his prices are okay as well. So it gives you that benchmark. That's the word I'm looking for. You can get benchmarks for your prices from these kind of sites. And these are specialist dealers, so you are talking near the top end, but you are getting, there's, because you're buying it from this kind of place, what you get is a guarantee. So if you buy something and they're telling you it's one thing and it turns out they're completely wrong, I'm sure you can go back and say, actually you've got this wrong. But anyway, nicely photographed items, that's the thing that's nice about this. And So that's that one. There's one more to look at. So here we are, Scottish Antiques. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, is that the Pantiles in Tunbridge Wells, which is, I think, is in Kent. So I might be wrong. Might be somewhere else completely. Looks like it. Anyway, so we've got the latest things here. What they bought recently. It's not all glass, but yeah. In fact, Tunbridge Ware. Talk about Tunbridge Wells. Yeah, so they've got a bunch of stuff, and 20th century glass as well. But if you go shop here, you can say 20th century glass. Bam, there you are. You're straight in, and it's broken down, and you can see there's quite a lot. So if you go, what have they got? Continental. Let's go Continental. There you go. You can start working your way through. Just, I said, these are the kind of things where it's worth having a flick through, so that if you're out and about and you see something, it looks familiar, and it gives you like, you think it's good, but if you've seen it in somewhere like this, you know, if you're at Car Boot or a charity shop or anything, you go, yeah, this is worth, like these glasses here. These are worth picking up. £35, £40 a pop. Yeah, get them. So there's quite a lot of stuff in here. And you just scroll on, and it's worth a flick through just to get your head into the right space of what things are. So there we go. So that's the last one. And go back to the top. Let's go shop again. Not 20th century glass. Let's go Georgian drinking glasses. So yeah, so they've got some of this stuff. Not so many though. Oh no, actually they do have many, because dun dun dun. Georgian ale glasses. 889. They don't have 889 Georgian ale glasses, do they? It looks like maybe they do. So they have a massive stock. So, and what's nice about this is that if you have a Georgian ale glass and you're trying to figure out what's a valuable one, what's not a valuable one, yeah, here you go. You've got everything all laid out here. Fantastic. So you can see, you know, that's a £60 one. Some of them were a bit cheaper. This one was a bit cheaper. Go back, but there's this one. £37, £55, £40. So these are the early 19th century ones. And then you've got ones with cotton to £265. So it gives you that differentiation in price to help you if you find something, where does it fit? Because this is its own thing. It's a bit like if you're looking at Whitefriars and you go, yeah, I think it's one of these vases, and then you find out actually the different colours, the different values. That's, you got either an 18th century or 19th century ale glass. How valuable is it? And this looks like it's the perfect place to go and find out, because they have so many different styles. You probably find one that's very close to yours, and hey presto, Bob's your uncle. You can go, I think it's a £45 one. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. So websites like this, a bit like the 20th century glass one, I use them a bit like flashcards to try and help me remember things. So I flick through them every now and again, especially when I'm researching and looking for things. I flick through piles of it just to, and if you do it over and over again, you get an idea of what things are. Or at least when you see something, you go, oh, that is a good thing. I know I've seen it somewhere. Yeah. Sometimes the brain can't connect what it actually is, but you know you're seeing something, and you can try and then work it out afterwards. Doesn't always work, but that's life. But anyway, So I hope you enjoyed looking at those. I will give you the links to those websites in the description below. And what else? Please remember to like and subscribe because it does help my channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. Good night.